here's Homestead again. It is March something. 19th today when we're recording this. And last year I started my seeds February 14th, right about, because that's when Jessica from Roots and Refuge started her seeds. She lives a lot farther south than me. But we did okay with it. But so this year I decided, since we do live farther north, that I was going to start my seeds a little later. And I started a bunch yesterday. Pumpkin. First of all, I want to tell you this. What I've decided to do, just because of the way the world is going, is I've decided to grow less of variety and more of the few things that I'm going to grow. So I picked pumpkin, beans, peas, a couple of varieties of beans, peas, what else did
Carrots.
Corn, carrots, kale, spinach.
Amaranth or something?
Amaranth, yes, amaranth. Okay, so we're back. I found my amaranthus. I got this at Dollar General. I think it was $1 maybe, $2, something like that. Not very expensive. And it's Love Lies Bleeding, I guess is one of its names. And it's amaranthus. It's beautiful. It's got cascading wine red seed heads and long-lasting color. It adds intrigue to borders and floral arrangements. So there you have it. At any rate.
That's not what we're using it for, though.
No. It is very, very pretty. Hey, bud, we're making a video. How many is it?
It does look like a chalkboard.
We're very, we just let the kids do what they want here.
Pretty much. We'll clean it up.
Yeah, no, it's
just chalk.
Yeah, it's just chalk. It'll come off. Amaranthus. It is a protein source. You can dry and grind the seed heads for flour. And it's a little known. Not all people know about it. And so, yes, amaranthus. Get you some amaranthus, because she was saying that chickens, goats, cows, they're trying to do away with those. You've all heard the stories. This is a protein that you can have that, you know, you can use it with, eat it with salad greens and a potato, and you've got a pretty decent meal. It'll keep you alive and give you the calories that you need. So, I'm big on amaranthus, and I am growing some. I've already started the seeds yesterday. So, grow amaranthus. That's my tip for the day. Anyway, this really isn't a seed starting video, but I kind of got off on a tangent. What we're doing is, we have decided, and I've said this in other videos, to change our puppy's diet, because I had a beloved dog, a rat terrier that we had for many, many years, died of prostate cancer, and he died a horrible death, and it was just absolutely terrible. And of course, he was fed commercial kibble, you know, you get at the store, whatever. I didn't know. Believe me, if I'd have known, I would have made changes long ago. I didn't know. And now we have Roxy, who you guys have met already, and she was diagnosed with CHF, and she's 15. They wanted us to put her to sleep, and you know, we're just like, let's take her home and try some things. So we've changed her diet, and she does okay. She's got sundowners, so she kind of yells at us at nighttime, but for the most part, she does okay. And anyway, that's prompted us, and with the health concerns that I have about my health and different things and different foods and stuff. And I said, you know, if it's doing it to me, it's probably doing it to our dogs too. So we wanted to change their diets pretty drastically. And we got off of commercial kibble. I mean, I ordered some stuff online from different, you know, organic dog puppy food places.
Honest Kitchen.
Yeah, Honest Kitchen, and the other one, Open Farm. And they pick at it, but it's about $100 a bag. And we were trying to figure out how we can save money and feed them healthy. So we looked into raw diet, which, as you can see, we have multiple layers of Eggville here. So we started giving them raw egg and raw or raw chicken and raw meat, and I buy the best that I can. I'm hoping at some point I can, we can do our own thing, but we haven't gotten there yet. But we buy the best quality that we can afford, and we can it or just give it to them raw, and that's what we feed our dogs. So that's kind of what I'm doing today. I'm just raw packing or cold packing this meat, and I will tell you the times, and she can post it on video too, because I know that it's 90 minutes, and for me, at my height, whatever pressure, whatever, it's about 11 pounds pressure ppm or whatever it is, and it has to stay there for 90 minutes. So that's what I do with my meat, and I just cold pack it. I just put it in there, nothing else. You don't need anything else. Obviously you want some. You don't need anything else but the raw ground beef right out of the package. You can put a little salt in it if you want to, but I've been doing this for, gosh, 3 years, I guess. About 3 years, and we've used up a lot of the stuff that I've canned already, and it's worked just fine, so.
And it's not just for dogs.
Of course not, no.
It's just mostly what we use it for.
Right, because we don't eat a lot of meat. The kids eat chicken, and, my daughter will eat some meat every once in a while, but I'm not a meat eater at all. I haven't eaten meat since I went to nursing school pregnant and had to cut things up, and that was the end of that for me. Just make sure you get all the, see, like down here, there's an area down here that's open. You can have bacteria grow in there, so you want to pack that down as good as you can. Bubby, what?
I pinked the Bobby.
Pinked a bun.
Oh, you pinked the Bubby. You're so funny. Anyway, you want to pack this down as well as you can to get the air bubbles out, so you won't have any place where you can have trapped bacteria grow.
And then how much headspace?
I believe I usually do right to the top, right to the top of where the rings go, where the lids go. That's how I do it. Some of them are different. Some different things that you can, like if it's tomatoes or peaches or whatever you're canning, can have different amounts of headspace. But for me, that's what I do. And you just...
And we've eaten meat from about 2 years ago you made, and none of us got sick. It tasted just like ground beef.
Did just fine. Did just fine.
The fat kind of separates once you cook it, and we'll show you a completed thing. So the less fat you have, the better off you are.
The leaner, the leaner the meat is, the better.
Because you don't have big chunks of fat in there.
Yeah, big fat nastiness. And I'm trying to, I've got that in the freezer, I saved it. I know you can make candles with it, but it stinks. So I'm trying to figure out, I really want to go waste not, want not kind of thing. So I'm really trying to figure out what I can do with all of the stuff that we have, all of the leftovers. I'm composting in the garden. I have very heavy clay soil, so I got, thank God, it was a miracle that I got all my wood chips. And I'm putting those out and putting compost out with it, and my worm castings, I gotta get new worms. My worms didn't survive my Lyme disease, so I gotta get new worms. But you really gotta figure out a way to use everything you have and every resource that you have, because it doesn't look that bad right now, and I'll admit to that. You can go to the grocery store. We can go to the grocery store. We're gonna go today. We can pretty much buy what we wanted within reason, although we cannot find essential oils anymore, which is very sad. Stock up on essential oils. Walmart had no essential oils. Dollar General only had like 3. So if you're into essential oils, which I desperately am, they're wonderful. Stock up on your essential oils. At any rate, you can pretty much find what you want right now, but there is coming a time, and it's coming fast, when you are not going to be able to go to the grocery store, load up your cart, come home, and live happily ever after. It's just, the signs are there. You can watch other channels, and they'll tell you, I'm not an expert by any means. I just know what I see, and I know what other people tell me, and that's, grow some food, get some chickens, can some meat.
Good.
You got to do it, because these hard times are coming. These hard times are coming. All this stuff about Russia and Ukraine, and they're not sending out wheat anymore, and wheat and corn and soybeans are pretty much what this country is all of our food systems have wheat, corn, and soybeans in them. And you're not going to get it. You're not going to be able to go get your Kraft macaroni and cheese and just pop it in the stove. And, hard times are coming. Whether you believe me or not, or whether you want to hear me or not, you call me crazy. I've been called worse by people who are supposed to love me, so I really don't care. But hard times are coming to this country, to this world, to this planet. So, grow some food, get some chickens, pack some meat, and let's see about surviving this. At any rate, so this is what we do. I got my rings and lids over there sterilizing. And once those are done, I wipe the top with the vinegar solution. And remember, cold to cold and hot to hot. If you have hot food that you're putting into a can, make sure you have hot water in your pot. If you have cold, like I'm cold packing right now, I don't have my thing on yet. I don't have my burner on yet. We're going to heat this up all at once so you don't have broken glass, and I've had broken glass. Anyway, I wipe the lids with a vinegar solution just to make sure that there's no little specks of anything there, or bacteria, anything that can stop that from sealing. I put my ring on, my lid on, my ring on, and then I pop them in my canner for 90 minutes. And that's pretty much how I just raw pack or cold pack ground beef, and we do it mostly for the dogs. But anyway, so that's that. And sorry about we didn't get a video out this week. I've got a lot going on. I'm trying to get the garden ready. I'm trying to get seeds done. I'm trying to get weight off that I put on from the winter. So that's why we didn't get a video out last week. But hope y'all enjoyed this, and if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, if you can like and subscribe and share, and let's just try and survive these coming hard times. So,
and we'll show you how it looks when it's done.
Yeah, we'll get you pictures and show you what it looks like when it's done. And as far as surviving these hard times, you can't do it without Jesus. So, in my opinion, don't even try, because you can't do it without him. So, anyway. All right, this is Kay, Beulah Homestead. You guys have a good one. This is the finished product of the meat that we canned yesterday. And what we do is we'll mix it with blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, whatever's in season, strawberries. It's got a lot of antioxidants in it. And then we put raw egg in there, and we kind of spoon that over the meat, and that's what the dogs eat. We also put turmeric and ashwagandha in there, and that's what we feed our puppies. And so that's what we do with our canned meat.
And people can,
of course, people can eat it too.
Tacos. You can add some tacos, like say you're in a bunker from nuclear war.
Right.
And so you can use this, and it's already cooked.
Yep.
And this is from raw packing.
Yep.
And you just add your spices to it, and it's ready to go.
There
and you can keep it on your shelf for years.
Shelf stable. Once you take the lid off, it's not. But when the lid is on here, and before you pop the lid like this, these are shelf stable. And that's the fat that rises to the top, which kind of almost makes it better, because I like for it to be leaner, but one day when I have my own steer, anyway.
The leaner the meat, the less fat.
The less fat, that's right. But it's kind of convenient the way it works, because you can kind of pick around the fat and take the fat out, which I've done. I told you I put that in the freezer, so I've got fat in the freezer waiting for some inspiration to hit me on what to do with it. At any rate, this is shelf stable for years and years. Most people say 1 year up to a year. I have heard many people say it's shelf stable for many, many years.
We had some that was more than 2 years old, and it was completely fine. Nobody got sick.
Nope, worked well. So that's how you cold pack ground beef. Oh, you want to make sure that this lid part, this top part, the round part, it'll go ding, and it sucks down in there. And if it's flat like this, then you are perfectly sealed. And if you can hold it like this by the top without it falling off, yeah, then you know that you got a good seal on there. So that's how you know. So there you go, cold pack hamburger meat from Beulah Homestead.